Joy's biggest flaw, always breaking the law, because she deletes. But the world already caught her tails. Her screenshots will always prevail. Not sure why she deletes. Katie Joy needs to post first. Because of her greedy thirst, she'll then delete. But the world already caught her tails. And screenshots will always prevail. Not sure why she deletes. Hey! Katie Joy needs to post first. Because of her greedy thirst, she'll then delete.
Hey y'all, hoping you can hear me. I'm not gonna leave my camera on today, I don't think, because I noticed yesterday it was an absolute mess. Like when I went back to look for something and I saw the recording, I was like, what? It was all lagging and it was all like, the lighting is terrible. It's really hard in my house to even sit anywhere with the camera on. So I'll probably just turn the camera off in a bit. I could do this too. Just tone it down a little bit. How's everybody doing? Good to see Mama T, Blake. Thank you for being here. Hey, Sweet Pea, Michelle. So there's this app that you can, make these songs, right? And so, hey, Lazy Wolf, let's see. Better Irish, good to see you. Organized Confusion. Ruth Carroll. I'm just going back through. Hey, Ginger, Lazy Wolf. I'll probably tell everybody hi twice, don't I? So, yeah, there's this app where you can make these songs. And then, like, there's different ways to do it. Like, you can do the, like, you can write the lyrics. You can have them kind of help. Like, I don't know. Anyways, and then you can do all these different genres. Hey, Purple Dragon Shill. Hey, My Chronic Life. So hopefully, oh, how funny! Oh, I'm telling you, man, it's fun, but it's also kind of addicting. So I'm like, I think I will. I've actually thought about doing a like video, like music videos for it, but I don't know, like mutton music videos or something stupid, and just do it for members or whatever, but then use the songs in the intro, because like in the intro was just the portion of it. But anyways, can y'all hear me okay? Because whenever I was like went back on yesterday's, I was honestly, y'all, I was mortified at how I know the lighting's bad. Like, I know that. So I'm just going to turn my camera off here in a bit. I like to be able to, like, I don't know, be able to, people, it's kind of like whenever I would talk to my kids, I'm like, I want to see your expression on your face. Like, when you're talking, are you telling the truth? Okay, I'm good right now. If it gets bad, will somebody, Mama T, if it gets bad, just, can you send me a message? Sweet Pea, what's going on? Good. Thank you for being able to hear me. Thank you for telling me that you can hear me. Hope everything's okay, Sweet Pea. So yeah, yesterday there's a couple things. I'm just going to make this quick today, but I'm going to turn my camera off because I just feel like it's so bright. And they cut the hay like 2 days ago. He's out here. Now my goats are everywhere. He's out here. Raking it. So they're out here raking it. And so you'll probably see him. You might see him in the background. I don't know. But yeah, when I looked at mine yesterday, I was like, whoa, I cannot believe I went live like that. And nobody told me. Maybe it was just me replaying it and it was lagging in the replay. Was it really that bad? Here, we'll do this. That way I don't feel so freaked out by it. As long as you can hear me, we're good. So, yeah, while we were live, Balls sent me, um, well, came in here and chat and said, hey, something's been put on the case with Katie and 7M, right? So if y'all were still in chat, I went and got it, and it's, oh no, sweet pea. Well, enjoy your time. I know what you're going through. Not with my parents necessarily, but I do know. So, and my grandmother. You have llamas? See, I get distracted if I read chat, don't I? So, I just wanted to talk about this hearing because it's just so strange to me. But we'll wait a couple more minutes. Yeah, and then did everybody see that looks like Katie Joy got a cease and desist from Jana Duggar's wedding photographer. Hey, Busy Bee. Unitopia, good to see you. I'm so sorry, Unitopia. Yeah, dementia's very tough. It's very tough. That's so true, Freckleface. Enjoy every moment that you get to, and then I know everybody's case is different. Like without the camera on, it just feels weird. I don't know why, but I know this is even worse, but whatever. We're just going to do it for a bit. I'll go back and forth. I mean, I know that every case is different, right? With individually. And so there's sometimes like you have some more moments of clarity. And so enjoy those moments while you can. I know, Ginger, it is time for more people to send her cease and desist. And the fact that she actually followed up, actually did what she was supposed to do. She says she throws out cease and desist, Mama T. Does she really, though? I mean, have we ever really? She'll threaten by emails. We know that. She's done it recently that I know. I don't think they really speak of it, but you know what it is? You know what, Christine? The ones that she watermarked, this is so weird. Well, let's go ahead and talk about that first. Let me see. So I was on Instagram this morning and I saw it's, WOACB versus WOACB. And they posted this and basically says, that the photographer was contacted saying that Katie Joy had her photos up. Now, these are the wedding photos. I had the wedding photos up, and don't mind my ice maker. I forgot to turn it off. I had the wedding photos up, but they didn't credit the photographer. So, from my understanding, they contacted Katie and said, I guess maybe with the cease and desist at first, I don't know, but she was contacted and said, we need, you can credit us, please. Katie refused. So maybe that's when the cease and desist came. I don't know. But regardless, it did. And so thank you, Brenda. It's good to be back. I'm trying to get everything. Like yesterday, my life was a total, I think, the sound, the audio, visual, everything was just a mess. The lighting is always a mess here. No, she never gives credit. And so a cease and desist happened apparently. And she was ordered to take down all the wedding photos. And then in the videos, anywhere she posted, and in the videos, she had to blur them out. And so was that hashtags? And so she did. But so my guess is the wedding photographer was different than whoever took their engagement photos, because on her Instagram, the engagement photos are still up, y'all, and she watermarked those. What's weird to me is because I went back and looked at my screenshots and, my stuff on my phone from when she posted about it. And, the wedding photos she got from People. So it actually had People's logo on there. but she was ordered to take them down. Yeah, she probably could, Christine. Wallpaper a whole room with all her cease and desist. Hi, Sally. And so she did, and like in the videos that she blurred it out, right? But then this is what she did next. This is total Katie, because she's such an asshole, y'all. She then posts this one of the wedding. So keep in mind, she still has her engagement photos up, and we'll talk about that in a second, because how she got those is crazy in itself. But then she puts, Jill Dillard shared this photo. So she still had to like be like, well, I'm still going to post a photo of your effing wedding, because, you know, I'm Katie Joy and I'm going to do whatever the hell I want, right? So she still posted, oh, I guess it's true. Ginger might have taken the engagement pictures, and maybe, I don't know who did it. I'm sure there's people looking into it, because whoever contacted the wedding photographer, I'm sure that they've been like trying to figure out about, because Katie Joy watermarked the engagement photos. And not only that, y'all, there was a link that was private to the guests of the wedding that were to have all the engagement photos, right? And somebody gave Katie the password to go in there. And so then she goes in there and she's able to access their engagement photos, because keep in mind, this wedding was under lock and key until the day of. And so then Katie tried to act like she knew this whole time. She didn't know. She didn't even post till after the wedding. So she clearly doesn't have very good sources. But something else I was looking at that Katie, I think it was on her TikTok, somebody said, oh, you know, did you screw over? You're screwing everybody over just like you did Amy Duggar. You're like, you're going to be friends with, yeah, right, better with the Irish. And she, well, because then in her TikTok comment, when someone said, oh, you know, you screw people over just like you did Amy, like, and then she's like, no, Amy and I are cool. We talked today. And that was like the day that all this went down, right? So I'm sure it's Amy, but Amy wasn't invited to the wedding, so I don't know how she would have had a link. But apparently there were a lot of people that had that link, but somebody gave it to Katie. Katie takes those pictures. They're still on her page, and they're watermarked. Now, the wedding photos, the wedding photographer was reached out to. They sent a cease and desist. I don't know what order it happened in. I think they just asked for credit. Katie refused to do it. And then she was forced to take them down. So then she puts this one up on her page in place of it, because she's such a jerk. Like, haha, I'm still going to be, all about your wedding. I mean, I get it. They're the Duggars, right? They're a very public family. They're on TV, for goodness sakes, but still. And she's like, well, Jill Dillard, right? And then somebody sent her this in a comment. It says, hi, Katie Joy. I don't know if it's a comment or how she received this, but hi, Katie. Wow. I just want to say thank you for your YouTube videos regarding Jana Duggar. They prove what a lost, deceitful, and wicked world we live in. Your quote unquote reporting is a disgraceful shame of mostly your opinion and assumption. You obviously believe the false information you report. May people who read and view your quote unquote reporting be discerning and wise and not believe your twisted view. And then, of course, Katie had to post it. Ain't no love like Duggar cult hate. No, it's not Duggar huggers. It's not cult people. People just hate you in general. People just do not like you, Katie. And yeah, and that's so well said. I mean, can you make it any better? Yeah. So, but the thing is, it's like she just wants everybody to believe that all the hate she gets is, it's the Duggar huggers, or it's the people that are supporting Robert Shin or whatever. Yeah, Unitopia. I mean, we're all in our little cult together, aren't we here? She had no idea about this. I mean, no, that's the thing. I mean, Katie, that's the biggest thing about Katie Joy that pisses me off the most. I mean, I'm going to put my I mean, I know that, like I said, I know the lighting's terrible, but we'll just whatever. What makes me so mad is she acts like she has all these sources. We know that she doesn't. We know she doesn't. We know she doesn't. It's like she, I think that's what she started to kind of get called out with the gypsy thing. When she had one person, I mean, so she was able to use that because it's kind of a big, connection with Christy, but whatever. Yeah, the hate's it's not because of anything other than she's just vile. I mean, and people are starting to, I noticed right before I was getting on, I'd gotten some kind of comment, probably on a video, that said they were saying how they used to follow. So my guess is if I go back and read the comments, it's going to say they followed her and they realized what she was all about, and then they switched over. Hi, Judy. I mean, I just don't. Yeah, if you're some journalist to call the person that you're covering gypshit, hasn't she, Blake? She might. I don't know how TikTok works. Do they do like how YouTube or whatever does? Like you get a ban, you have to be off for a while. Yeah, 2 days in a row. I was honestly, guys, whenever I looked back at my live from yesterday, I was mortified at how, in fact, I'm gonna turn my cam back off, at how crappy I know the lighting's bad. The lighting's always bad here. I don't think there's ever a way for me to fix that here because, we live, as you can see, I live in the middle of the country. I mean, we're not that far, but Wi-Fi is a disaster. And what I realized is I had some other things kind of going on yesterday. I tried to fix it today, but I thought because of my personality and how stubborn I am, I was almost like, I'm going to go back live and just make it somewhat better. I know it's never going to be perfect here, but at least try to make it somewhat better. Mr. Black Wolf. Oh, did you? Do you mind if I run over there and get it in a bit and bring it back? I might do that in a second, Mr. Black Wolf. Do you want to drop it in here? You want to let us know? Or do you want us to go look? Hold on, I'm just going to look through chat real quick at something. Yeah, I wonder why she hasn't been on live, y'all. Well, so let's kind of go through. Yes, Grace, yeah, I'm in Texas. It's hot. I think it's hot everywhere right now, isn't it? Well, I don't know. They said in the UK that it wasn't. Is that true? Like still pretty decent in the UK? Yeah, I know. Spill it. I want to know too. I mean, are we ever going to forget that? That's when she was talking about 7M. She'd been talking about 7M for a while. That was disgusting. Again, I said it yesterday. We owe Llama Girl so much credit because we wouldn't see we might see it, but when we might not be able to re-see it all because, she captures it all. We're intrigued, Busy Bee says, Mr. Black Wolf. Too hungover. Okay, so hey, Misty. That's all right. We're not doing anything special. Part of me, honestly, and I just admitted this, part of me coming on today was when I went back and looked, I was looking for something, and I never review my lives. I never go back and see them. And I saw how blurry it looked, and then I clicked on it, and then it was like the audio was terrible. Everything. I was like, I got to go back tomorrow just to prove that it's not that bad. In the 60s in the UK. Is that, Fahrenheit, Zuna? It's cold in Canada, Michelle? So when we were on here yesterday and Balls came in chat and said something, was posted on the website for Katie Joy's case. And there is a motion for summary judgment hearing set for November 25th, y'all. And it blows my mind because there's no filings. There are no motions filed for summary judgment. So we'll talk about that for just a little bit. I'm not planning on being on as long as I was yesterday, but let's chat about this real quick, y'all, because so yesterday when we were on, we were talking about has me so mad because this is the post we talked about it yesterday, but it is just full of BS. Basically, they're saying that Coco Shuffles got baptized. There's no proof of that. She's saying no. That Miranda is a mentor. So now Miranda's this person that's, risking and putting other women in trouble. That now Coco Shuffles is, brought back into the, so the situation with Coco Shuffles is that she was only part of 7M, y'all. Okay, it was 7M for a very short period of time. She knew the defamation and all that stuff was going on and all the harsh words were happening around February of 2022, but she joined 7M. In June of 22 anyways. And then in November, she opted out. I believe it was November. She opted out. And she put that in a statement, right? And Katie's acting like, let me see, I think I have it on here. Do I? You can't read it. But this is a declaration of Coco. And basically, it says nowhere in here, y'all, that she was a part of Shekinah. All this talks about is 7M, okay? And you can probably just see it. You can take my word for it, too. You can blow it up, screenshot, blow it up, whatever. But this is her declaration. Basically, it says, yeah, I knew there were issues in February. I joined anyways in June. I was out by November. Okay, yeah, I'm no longer a part of 7M. It says nothing about Shekinah, okay? I don't have Katie Joy's post on here where it shows that. But basically, she's saying, that she must be back in now because she's baptized. They were at the beach, y'all. They were at the beach. That doesn't mean she got baptized. Okay, so we know that this really made me mad. So then she's talking about Miranda and, how she's just lying in legal documents, okay? She says this photo most certainly suggests that Miranda is lying and could be lying in legal documents. About what? That she has friends and they go to the beach? This doesn't prove that she's part of anything or not a part of anything. And down here it says Courtney signed a sworn affidavit that she was not a part of the church. No, nothing about that was about church. It was only 7M. Nothing was mentioned about Shekinah. So Katie is flat out lying here, y'all. This post pissed me off. You could just tell. All right. And it says, however, this post seems to suggest that Courtney may have perjured herself in a sworn affidavit. Katie Joy, learn how to freaking read. Learn how to read. Because nowhere in that declaration does it say anything about Shekinah or church. Okay? Nothing. Not a thing. And then he says that, but this is why I'm talking about this again, y'all, because Robert Shin admits that Miranda is still a member of numerous records filed in court, which is again in contrast to statements made by Miranda. Okay, so when I first saw this, y'all, when I first saw that post, and it must have been because I read that sentence where it says Miranda's statements. The very first thing I thought was she's talking about a deposition. I don't know why I thought that. That was the first thing I thought. Some other people disagreed. They were like, no, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. To me, it was like Katie's trying to say that Miranda's lying lately in statements. Think about it. Miranda hasn't made any statements about not being a part of Shekinah, not being a part of 7M. When has she made those statements? She hasn't. So the only thing that I could think of is that Katie is basically saying, hey, she was deposed and she's saying otherwise. Because then she says, basically, look at the top, y'all. I can't read it because my stamp's there, but I forget what she says. But, basically committing perjury is a crime. I can't see the first. But anyways, be careful, ladies. and telling them how they're committing perjury. How is she committing perjury? So I had this yesterday and I forgot to show it. She put this out it was like May 29th, I think, May 30th, something like that. As a present to Robert, to add even more joy to this day for Robert, Shirley, Hannah, James, and Miranda were served with deposition notices. Okay, again, that's the end of May. Okay. Katie, you in a lawsuit, of course, they're going to be deposed. But if you look at the timing of it, they received their notices the end of May to be deposed. June 12th is when 7M's attorney requested an extra 60 days for health for depositions. So here are my thoughts. Because the fact that this has been scheduled for the 25th of November, there are no filings. Okay. We know Katie's going to depose Miranda, James, and Robert at least, right? Like, so she makes these stupid ass posts like this to add even more joy to this day. You've been served with deposition notices. Well, no shit, Katie. No, seriously. Like people aren't, what? Like they weren't expecting to be deposed? Okay. Golly, she's so gross. So we go back into the case. They've been fighting about discovery since the very beginning, as we know. Last May was the last Zoom hearing they had, and I actually attended. And it was just, all it was a status conference. And so it was because there's a new judge, and the new judge just wanted to be on the same page. Hi, Kimberly. Yeah, I mean, Dash X me, she just drives me crazy. So when the new judge scheduled a status conference, Katie Joy's attorney filed a letter that said, we didn't request a conference. Why are we having one? We didn't request one, but since there's one scheduled, can we make it a motion to compel hearing? And the judge is like, no. We'll talk about that then. Why are you talking about this now? Katie Joy's attorney seems to do that a lot. And the judge is always responding, no, that's not what this is about. File a motion. Like if you want to talk about that, you want something else, file a motion. So, you took notes too, Dash X? I'm looking at my notes now. And I'm like, well, mine aren't very good. So hopefully yours are better than mine. But during the status conference, again, Katie Joy's attorney was like, we didn't request this. And the judge is like, I want to make sure we're on the same page. The purpose of this hearing was new judge. Let's introduce myself. Let's make sure we're on the same page. Any issues? Yes. Huge issues. All with discovery. Katie Joy's main goal in this conference was to establish a hearing for motion to compel, because we're going to file a motion to compel. Well, obviously, so was 7M, because Katie wasn't complying with discovery either. Huge issues with discovery this entire time, right? So they say, okay, well, let's go ahead and schedule a date. That's fine, Mama T. I'll look for, we'll schedule a date for a schedule, for a conference. We'll schedule a date for a hearing for a motion to compel. It was like August 1st, or something like that. And so then 7M's attorney says, well, we're going to be filing a motion for summary judgment. And this is why I'm bringing this up, because she says, we're going to file a motion for summary judgment. And the judge says, should we put that on the schedule now? And Amber Savig is like, no, that can wait. Let's go ahead and get the motion to compel hearing scheduled. Then, big request was, well, we got to change the scheduling order, obviously, because all of the dates for discovery are off. And hi, Cinderella. And so anyways, so then from there, that was in May. By July, both parties filed their motions to compel. Katie's filed her like under lock and key or whatever. You couldn't see it. And it was very weird. But it showed all the filings, right? So if Katie was to have filed a motion for summary judgment just now, but she didn't want it to be seen, you would still see that there was a filing. That's why I'm so confused by this. Yeah, Katie. Well, she wasn't granted any of that stuff, was she? Dash X. She thought she was, but um, as we know, so then they filed a motion to compel. Then they had the hearing, and then they had to have an extension. Well, finally, January of 2024, so this past January, the judge rules on both motions to compel. And as we know, 7M's motion to compel was fully granted, right? Katie Joy's was granted in part, and things like what Dash X was just saying, that Katie was thinking that she was requesting medical records, therapy records, all this crap. A lot of that was denied. That was part of the denial in her motion to compel. She forgets to mention this to all of her followers. She always says that they're not complying with discovery. That is such BS. Okay. They can't get it out of her. And she even admitted it, like half-ass, that the reason why she didn't really admit it, but she basically said, well, basically how she admitted it is that she was postponing discovery for so long because she was waiting for the docuseries to be released, because then she wouldn't have to give up her sources or whatever type thing. So she was postponing everything. And so whenever this docuseries was released, Katie, hi Cece. So that came out. She's like, oh, okay, yeah, well, now they have all my whatever because the docuseries is out. She was postponing it. And that statement alone shows that she was playing with the courts. And anyways, so that comes down to discovery. Obviously, that's been done. So now it's the extension on depositions. So here's my question. This is why this whole post yesterday, like I said, when she made this statement, Robert Shin admits that Miranda is still a member in numerous records filed in court, which is again in contrast to statements made by Miranda. What statements? And like I said, the very first thing that came to me was like, she must be trying to say about depositions. Same thing she did about Robert Shin. She tried to say that Robert Shin lied in his deposition in the 7M case. It was a 7M case. She tried to make it seem like it was her case. I don't know what she's doing here, but she wouldn't be privy, right, to anything that Miranda's really saying during depositions. Or maybe she is. She, whatever. So then, she hadn't talked about 7M or Miranda or James since June 25th for the most part. And then all of a sudden, yesterday morning, she posts this, and then there's a hearing on the docket. So at first, I thought, because as we just talked about in the May status conference hearing, 7M said, we're going to be filing a motion for summary judgment. And the judge is like, should we put it on the books? And she's like, no, let's wait. So I thought, well, maybe this is behind 7M's urging, but I don't think so. I'm thinking, this is my thought. And again, y'all, I'm not an attorney. I was a paralegal. I'm not an attorney. All of these are just my thoughts, my opinions. I mean, none of this, and it's when it comes down to it, it's a pretty basic case, and it's just ridiculous, right? And I don't mind talking about it because I've read it so many times, and as weird as it is, I enjoy reading this kind of shit. It is a nightmare for Miranda, Mama Celeste. I mean, just watching it unfold is heartbreaking for Miranda. I mean, it just gets me. And this, I'm going to tell you this. This is my thought of what happened. I'm thinking, because when Katie said back in May that she had filed, that she served them with deposition notices, I don't know if they've already completed them. I have no way of knowing that. But it kind of makes me wonder if Katie Joy has completed her depositions, and that somehow Amber was able to partake in that, even with the health situation. She completed her depositions. I don't know this. Again, this is just all my thought. Okay. Katie Joy then wants to twist it around, and as she always does, just be all elusive and vague and make it sound like she's lying in her, like she must have lied in her depositions and some statements that she made. And then she feels like because of that, she's going to win this case. And so, boom, we're filing a summary judgment. We're going to jump in front of 7M, which is going to push 7M to have to kind of do it a little bit faster, even though there's a 60-day extension on this for 7M. It was for both parties, but Katie possibly finished hers. I don't know. So my goats are out. Oh, there goes a hay bale. The first hay bale, y'all. You can't see it, but it just dropped. There's another goat. There's Bo. They must not want to be part of the haymaking process. So I'm thinking she's convinced she's going to win. Yes, I know, Misty. She's thinking she's going to win. She's convinced. And I think that she put that post up because it's about Coco Shuffles, but she's able to do her jabs at Miranda. I'm still convinced she's not supposed to talk about them. That's not been confirmed. Nothing again. I love my goat, Zuna. But right now they're a total pain in the butt because they're out. We had so much damage from the tornado and then the hurricane that they have no pins and they're out. And so I have no flowers. I have no plants. I have nothing. We're getting a new roof on next week. So it's going to be really crazy. That's what I was wondering. Like, I don't know. I mean, her depositions could be complete, and she feels like I've got this in the bag because Katie Joyce felt like this since the very beginning, even though her motion to dismiss was denied. Albert and Stella, yeah, love some goats. And so Amber might have been during a time, they might have had it scheduled at a time that Amber was able to partake in that. Obviously, she has to if they're complete. This is just my guess. And then Katie wanted to jump ahead of it. Now, during that status conference in May, 7M had said it's going to, we have a lot of people to depose. Like we've got them all over the country and it's going to take some time. So I'm wondering, like with Amber Sabig's health situation, if she just, she obviously needs a 60-day extension, but also I think that their depositions are going to be pretty extensive. Now, 7M's depositions, I can guarantee are not complete. Oh, I'm so jealous. Even if, like flowers growing, y'all make me jealous. Mine would probably grow because we had so much rain the beginning of the summer, but my goats eat everything. I'm like, they have eaten everything. It's really depressing out there. It'll all be fixed. It'll all be good. So the paperwork posted to the courts was Katie's side. We don't know. That's why I don't understand either, Misty, because here's the thing. There are no filings. So yeah, I got hit by a tornado in May and it did a lot of damage. Then we had the hurricane, which we're used to hurricanes. I'm far enough away from the coast that doesn't usually get us, but we had the dirty side of the storm. So yeah, Misty, there are no filings. My guess is it's Katie Joy's side. My initial thought was, well, it's probably because, we do know that 7M mentioned back in May that they absolutely will be filing a motion for summary judgment. Katie Joy's attorney said, well, so are we, right? So we knew both parties would be filing. So I thought maybe they initiated it. And then I thought, no, because they haven't finished their depositions. Why would they file a motion for summary judgment if they haven't finished their depositions? That just doesn't make sense. So then I thought, well, maybe Katie has. And, because she posted that post yesterday basically saying Miranda's lying in statements. What statements? I think she's trying to allude that she's lying during depositions. Same thing she did with Robert Shin, said he lied during depositions recently. How would you know? You don't know this shit. That's why I hate her. She lies about everything. She states everything as a fact. She doesn't know any of this stuff. Do we know what was said over on X? Do y'all want me to go look real quick? So this is just my thought that Katie must have finished her depositions. She requested it, even though we don't see a request. We see no filings. That's what's so weird. There is a motion for summary judgment. Now, it could be because they both said, yes, we absolutely are both filing summary judgments. We do want a hearing on the books. And maybe that is why the judge went ahead and went ahead and scheduled it without a formal, like a request filed, because they've already discussed it. And I'm wondering if Katie Joy's team, because somebody would have to request it. right? She's just not going to put it out there unless, oh, Mama Celeste, thank you so much. Is the real Robert Shin, though. If anybody received a membership from Mama Celeste, please tell them thank you. That's so generous of you, Mama Celeste. I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. Thank you so, so much. And I still, and Mama Tina, I was asking her, I was like, do you know how I gift memberships? I think I have to be on my laptop to do it. And if you know my aversion I have towards my laptop, you would understand that I cannot do it today. I need to look into it and see. I also think I have to be on YouTube to do it, but I didn't know if I could be on YouTube and StreamYard at the same time without it making all this noise. So I need to, I think what I'll do is ask Jenny Jen. She's my good when it comes to all this stuff. She's always so sweet to answer me with my questions. But thank you so much again, Mama Celeste. If you received a membership, please tell her thank you. Cindy really got one. So that, when she put that post out yesterday, that's why I was like, oh, this has to be because of Katie Joy. She's trying to jump in front of 7M. Number one, she thinks she's won this because she's probably thinking that Miranda lied during her depositions. So she perjured herself. That's what that whole post was about, was trying to say that they're perjuring themselves, right? And I'm thinking that she had to make the post about Coco Shuffle, so she's not directly talking about Miranda, but she's saying, Miranda, you perjured yourself recently. Because when else has Miranda made a statement? She doesn't, right? And why would it come out the same day that the hearing shows up on the books? It just makes sense to me that she initiated it because she wants to jump in front. Now, the original deadline for depositions was July 26th. They extended that 60 days. So that's going to give 7M till the end of September to finish theirs and then file their motion for summary judgment. And then the hearing will be on November 25th. So we're not going to know anything on the 25th of November. It's just going to be, their motions for a summary judgment to be, reviewed. And then hopefully there'll be a ruling. Now, this case will, and we've said this from the beginning. I've said it for the longest time. This case is either going to end in summary judgment or it's going to go to trial. And I still don't know what it's going to be. It depends on what both parties have. Y'all, I mean, it could be that Katie Joy has enough evidence to prove, hey, this absolutely is a CULT. Robert Shin is a leader, and as much as I hate to say it, same with the, because if they're able to prove that, then tortious interference, under certain situations, if it is an interest of the community and they truly are a CULT, I'm only spelling it out because I got flagged yesterday and I don't know what I said yesterday because I didn't cuss at all yesterday. If they say, that yes, we're proving that they are, well, then the tortious interference, if she's saying, this is a public interest, I'm warning these people, and she turns out to be right, that could be nipped in the bud. So I'm not saying it's going to. I'm just giving, I'm just saying that this could go either way. That's why you never say, oh, this trial's going to go this way. Look at Casey Anthony, for goodness sakes. Whoever thought, and O.J. Simpson, but Casey Anthony, whoever would have thought that she would have walked away from that. I know Michelle Hallman. I mean, she has to prove it, and she's thinking she's proven it through the docuseries, which is, it is, in my opinion. It's one-sided. Robert Shin wasn't on there to say his side, nor were were these dancers that are currently part of 7M. And this is really only about 7M when you look at the lawsuit. It does not include Shekinah. So why Katie Joy is making these posts about her being a part of Shekinah? Why does it matter? Because that's not part of the lawsuit. Oh, she's trying to push Robert like Todd, because with Todd Chrisley, she thinks that she takes full credit for all that. And she's absolutely banking on the thought that that's what's going to happen here. I know it. I mean, I know, the whole Casey Anthony case. I mean, gosh, that was just nuts. I'm curious to see where this is going to go, y'all, because like I said, when it first came out, I'm going to go over to Twitter real quick, over to X. I want to see what Mr. Blackwolf had to say. So I think I'll be muted for a bit. You guys talk amongst yourselves. And I'll be back. Well, can't hear me because I had that. Let me show you what they posted. I gotta hop off for a second to screenshot. To clip it real quick. But you can hear me. You can see me. All right, I'll be right back. All right, thumbs up. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Oh, look, there we go. I thought I was ahead of the game. A lady friend of mine here in the community filed papers on KJ the other day. She was served this morning. Confirmation received. Do I jump up and down? I do. I won't. I'm going to spare y'all that. I'll probably break an ankle. So we have received some information. Oh my gosh, y'all, my eyes are so bad. This is tiny, 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 tiny lettering. A woman in Minnesota has been served. You will find out by who soon. Stay tuned for more breaking news. Well, what was she served for? Look at Mr. Blackwolf coming in here and teasing us like this, throwing us drops. I'm grateful for it. How soon will we know, Mr. Blackwolf? Like, give us a timeline, please. Like tonight or like 2 weeks? I'm all like, in an hour? In an hour? So, yeah, it looks like Katie Joy was served. Now, I don't know from what I see. Let me go back and look. Mr. Blackwolf, without getting into details, her lies, BS, slander, and defamation have done her no favors. Good. So I guess because there's different things that she could be served with. So I'm assuming, and again, this is just an assumption on my part from reading this, y'all. Do not take this. I'm assuming it's another lawsuit versus like an order of protection or something like that. I trust Wolf. And, we'll find out. If not, something to talk about today for damn sure. And I hope it's true. So Who do we think it is? Yeah, should we play this thing? I know, right? Who do we think it is? Who do we think it is? Oh, it could be the Blanchards. I don't know. I have the documents. I'd rather. Yeah, no, that's fine, Mr. Black Wolf. We appreciate just this. This is, Yeah, she can. You know what? She will be wasted, and I'm here for it. So let's all watch out for that, right? Let's see. I definitely need to make sure that I'm able to. We appreciate you, Mr. Black Wolf. Thank you for coming in here and letting us know. You are a superstar. Could be Nikki. I don't know. I would say I don't think so, but now I'm like, I don't know. But here's the thing. As long as somebody else is helping to keep her held accountable and holding her hiney to the flame, I'm here for it. We all are, aren't we? I mean, because look what she's doing. I mean, why do I can laugh because she's such a disgrace, y'all. She's just so despicable and gross. And, like the post that she made yesterday, I cannot get past the post. I'm this way with a lot of, you think it's gypsy related, Miss Lizzie? Oh, yes. And she got a cease and desist regarding, Janice. I mean, hopefully people just start tagging her and just, just all at once, man. Wait, did I miss something? So do we know if it's not Nikki? No, it's not Nikki. Wolf don't deal with Nikki. Wolf don't trust Nikki. Nikki lied on Wolf. Oh, I didn't know that, Mr. Black Wolf. Sorry to hear that. So, Mr. Black Wolf has confirmed this does not involve Nikki. So, we will find out who it is. And we appreciate you telling us. I hope it's that dude that she docks his social security number on. I cannot tell you how much that pissed me off that night. And I was so busy all weekend that, I was like, I'm going to go live. And I went, still be there. Other people will be talking about it. I just hope that people that know how to contact this person, that he's aware. Because I don't want to start. I mean, I got her social security number. I can find the dude, right? We all can if you saw her post. But I don't know if I want to go digging. I'm sure people have informed him. Misty, you probably might follow it a little bit more than I do. I know there's some of you in here that are on like Sir Morbid's channel more. Has anybody else mentioned Katie doxing this poor fella? It's a she. That much has been said. Ooh, better with the Irish. I'll be sending you a message after this. I doubt it has anything to do with Steve, but hopefully Steve, in the end, comes out where he needs to be and feeling good about it. I mean, she's just like I said, it's this post yesterday, prime example. I mean, I even said yesterday I could make a whole live out of this one post, and I'm making a second one. J. Marie Rabbit. I don't think it's Rabbit. It could be. I know, 4 to 5. I know, but I'm just wondering if anything's been said. Nothing to do with Steve, unfortunately. It's not Renelle, Sally, I don't believe. My best guess. Michelle Holman. Yeah, I forgot. She just talked about the Chrisleys again. I hope that's what it is. Because here's the thing, and thank you for bringing that up too, because I don't believe it's Renelle. And here's my thing. The situation with Todd Chrisley and with her, I don't believe it's Rabbit, and I don't believe it's Renelle. I'm not going to say for certain, but I'm pretty sure of that. So the Chrisleys, here's the thing with this. She has spoken on Todd Chrisley 4 times that I can think off the top of my head after the settlement, right? First being, well, the main ones, the big ones, was when she was on John Yates' panel in January. She called him, all kinds of things. But a malignant narcissist was one of them, kept going on and on. So then she, on the live the other night talking, I think I have it on here. I think I actually have the clip. Would y'all want to watch the clip? Let me see how long it is. 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Yeah, she really slandered Rabbit. Oh, Aaron, I don't know. I'm thinking it could. I'm thinking very firmly, Chrisley's. That's going. My bet is Chrisley's. Or this person that she doxed. It could be Fancy. Christian A, that's a very good one too. Yeah, whoever it is. Okay, let's just go with Mama T. Whoever it is, I appreciate you. That's the answer we're all looking for, I think, because we'll drive ourselves crazy. You know what's screwed up, y'all? Let's talk about what's really messed up here. How many options we have. Look at all the people. Look, Savannah. I mean, yeah, she's one of the Chrisleys, but still. Exactly. Yeah, well, oops. She bragged about Todd not having enough money to sue her. That's why I'm thinking, I have that clip. It's 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Do you guys want to watch it? One in the chat, if you do. This is where she's talking about why Todd Chrisley sued her. And she says, he won't come after me. This is the clip that says he won't come after me because he can't afford it. Oh, he just said it's one of the wolves. It's a girl. I didn't see Paddles in there. Hi, Robin. Okay, so let's go ahead and watch this clip real quick. It's, like I said, it's 4 minutes. Because I'm on my phone the way I'm doing it, it'll just play through. But if y'all didn't see this, and I haven't really watched it like sat and really paid that much attention to it. Could it be Chrisley's or Blanchard's? So let's do this quick. Let's let our minds think. But regardless, I do hope Chrisley comes after them. Okay, I do, or after her. But nonetheless, it's one of her neighbors that takes the flags down off of her house. You mean the wind? Black Wolf said it's not Nikki. Yeah, so let's watch this quick, y'all. And then, see, this is sad. There are so many things to think about. Like, there's so many names that we can throw out there. Let's watch this real quick because, look, I think that this also, by her saying this, it's hurtful to her case in the way that, look, the judge already granted a protective order against discovery, which shows Katie Joy is not trustworthy, that she will take all your information, she'll take all your stuff, and she will just throw it out there, right? So now she's breaking a settlement agreement in the same court, y'all. This was in Minnesota, the case with Todd Chrisley. This was not somewhere else. This is in the same court, and Katie is going against it. So let's watch this clip real quick. I don't think I can talk during it, which is fine. Probably so you can hear my voice anyway. So let's just do this. It's 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
He sued me because I reported on some FBI investigation that happened with his daughter that I reported on, and then I communicated with his daughter for a while. And he sued me because I talked about an article that his son gave to, I don't even know if it was like The Sun or Radar Online, basically saying that Todd was having an affair with a man in the office. And I literally just reported that his son gave this interview saying that his dad was having an affair. And then Todd's like, you called me gay. And I'm like, well, no, actually your son did. And here's the article where he said this. Like, it was the dumbest lawsuit. And I countersued him for defaming my son, harassing us. And he settled. His podcast took all of the negative defaming content he put out about me was taken off their platform. I worked on Netflix's Dancing for the Devil, the 7M TikTok cult. I was their archival consultant, which is a journalistic position where I managed all the archives for that series. And I provided all of the digital background and reporting for. That was just released in May. And so one of the reasons why I wasn't available and at the disposal of Gypsy and her family was because I was busy. I was busy this spring. We released a docuseries on Netflix.
I lied to y'all. That was not the one where she said Todd Chrisley can't afford to. She did that on TikTok. This was the other day, and she was talking about 7M. But she did mention the Chrisleys and say why they sued her. And I don't even think that's why. Is that even why she was sued? Why she was sued? See, she lies about everything. You know, so we just want it. She just goes on to talk about 7M at that point. And so it's just, you know, but it wasn't even 7M. Okay. Which is still, y'all, I'm still convinced she's not supposed to be speaking on them. She only spoke about the series, about Netflix, right? And really, she didn't mention Miranda's name or anything. So that's why I was really surprised when that post came out yesterday and it was about Coco Shuffles, but she made it about Miranda. That's what she does. She made that post about Miranda, even though it was supposed to be Coco Shuffles. You could tell the focus is going to be shifted on Miranda. Yeah, she said it on TikTok. And I know we've all seen it. I thought that's the clip I had, but it's not. I mean, I have it. I just don't have it uploaded onto or here on StreamYard. Okay, so that's another thing. Yes, but okay, so that day she was like, someone said to her during that live, they said, someone said to her during that live, they said, you look really tired. And it made her so mad. And it made her so mad. And so she was like, no, I'm not tired. And then she had to make it a point. Well, I'm in a dress and I had appointments all day. So yeah, it could have been something to do with the depositions. I don't know why she'd be there, but you know, or the FBI. You know, I'm telling y'all, she's in a world of doo-doo, I think. I really do think that she's in a world of trouble. And I'm just going to say that I'm just saying it. It's just, y'all. So then I saw Black Wolf asked if any of us guessed. I don't know if we all guessed. We made lots of guesses. Do we know if any of them are right? She's dressing like Dee Dee now. Oh, Lulu B, that's creepy. I don't know if that's funny or creepy. It's both. See, there you go, Misty. I'd say it was a deposition or something. She's dressed like a prairie girl, all innocent. Oh no, Alberta and Stella. I had one last week. I get them whenever my allergies are bad. That's why, like, whenever they cut the hay, I'm like, oh, here it goes. Oh, better with the Irish. Maybe judge got word from FBI or lawyers and the hearing gets this crap out of court because this woman's a troublemaker and this case needs to end. I never, typically when a scheduling order is, a hearing is because a motion was filed. I'm guessing I need to look into that. Good question. You know what, Christine? She says, I'm sure the FBI play paper, rock, scissors when they see your number on caller ID. People used to say that about Michelle's law enforcement in her area, too. Like, they would see that she's calling. They're like, no, you can draw straws and crap. No, it's your turn. No, it's your turn. No, your turn. She said she gained some weight and was wearing a dress. I didn't hear that. I heard her say that she was tired because she was at meetings all day and that she was wearing a dress. She thought she looked so cute. y'all. I can't. So my whole thought was, okay, so she made that post. Then all of a sudden, the hearing is on. My thought is what I said earlier, that's just a thought. Again, I don't know. It could be instigated by 7M. Now, after Irish just says this, yeah. Oh, thank you, Mama T. I see what you're saying. Oh, and I just saw that Charlotte's going live. She's going live at 4. Is that right, Mama T? MM says, I bet for sure it's Todd suing KJ again. It won't take much money at all. And he's sitting there now, no doubt, waiting for his revenge. Oh, he can't stand her. And I don't think that man probably has any hate in his heart for the most part. You know what I mean? And I think that she has just really, really, really caused him to have some feelings where he had to pray for forgiveness each night. I mean, she's just, oh, y'all, she's just unbearable. But, we'll see what happens with this motion for summary judgment. It's not till November 25th. We'll see what happens before then. Mr. Black Wolf just let us know that she's been served again. And I'm sure we will be hearing that. Let's all keep an eye out for whenever she's going to go live. And, then we have, like I said, this hearing. FBI apparently is involved in some situations right now. There's a lot happening. And she comes on there and Lulu B, you're killing me. Next, she's going to get a helmet haircut and a perm. Well, the consequences talking about the Chrisleys. Look, I don't think anybody's seen the settlement agreement. I don't know what the terms are. I don't really know if anybody knows what the terms are. However, if I remember correctly, and anybody in chat help me out here, it was stated by Todd himself that he was happy with the settlement they came to, and neither one of them are to. Thank you for posting that, Blake. She's on Rumble. Is she still at 4:00, Blake? That neither one are to speak on the other party. And if they break it, then obviously they can be sued again. So I don't know exactly. Well, again, I don't know. I don't think anybody knows what the terms are. But y'all, it's just okay. So Charlotte's going to go live at 4 over on Rumble. If any of you follow Lisa Richard, did y'all see what happened last night? Oh, it's a mess, y'all. I'll leave it for Charlotte to tell. But behind the scenes, I've said to Charlotte at times, I'm just really, this whole situation, Lisa Richard, is going downhill, and it's going downhill fast. And I said, I'm not even going to talk about it or really look into, watch much of it anymore, because I know where it's about to end. But luckily last night, she was taken in custody, and my understanding is in some type of hospital now on a 120-day hold. So instead of the fear of the outcome that I was assuming which she was on her way, it was on her way to happen. Lisa Richard was on a live last night. I'll just give you the small details. Lisa Richard was on, because I was watching it. She was on a live. And Maria Sanchez, if you don't know her, just ignore what I'm saying and be grateful that you don't. She's on TikTok. She begs for money. She has a horrible drug addiction. And she was on a live last night because she's been evicted, but she still is able to go into her apartment for the next probably 5, 6, 7 days, something like that. But she has no electricity, no power. It's the most foul place. But she was down in the laundry room, and you could tell that she was higher than normal. She was way out of her mind. And she was begging for money, but she actually started to foam from the mouth. And I was watching it, and I was like, oh my God, this is so disturbing. It was bad. And she was so messed up that she was showing her fingers, which she normally doesn't do. And they're all black from her crack pipe. Her nails were even she has really long nails. Well, really pretty long nails, actually, if they weren't all black and burnt. Anyway, so people called and said she was, that there was going to be an OD in the, I don't know. I just got a message from somebody about something. You still have 30 minutes. I might click out and see. Anyway, so Charlotte will fill us in on that. I know a lot of creators have talked about that today. I've already watched a lot about it. And it's just, okay, let's see what Paddles. Please do not open your doors to FedEx, Amazon, or UPS. Huge crime spree there, dressing up like delivery people, knocking and rushing and stealing everything. I heard that happening down in South Florida, like in the wealthy, like the very wealthy areas of South Florida. Is it happening other places now too? I watched some some live conference on it yesterday. Oh, okay, I see, Irish. So I just got a message from somebody saying that it is possible that this, because I have access to Pacer, that I might be able to find this new thing that Katie's been served with. I don't know yet. I know. I want to make. I was just like, I'm just telling you. I hate when people do that crap. They're like, ooh, but I'm not going to tell you. Oh, I got all this information, but ooh, no. So it looks like there might be a copy of it on Pacer. That might not be accurate, but it could be. And I have access to Pacer, so I could just sign in and see. I do know this. If the person that sent me that, if you're in here, yeah, Pacer is federal. So there's only one case on there that Without a Crystal Ball is involved with, because they're saying they're not able to see it. But the only case that is on there on Pacer that involves Without a Crystal Ball is with Toddy Westbrook. So if there's more than one case on Amazon, oh look, Amazon just delivered something, y'all, as soon as we said that. I don't let them come up on our property. I have them put it in a big box. We have a big box down at the end of at the start of one of our driveways. So they won't be coming up here with our dogs and everything anyways. But Paddles did what Paddles said is very important. Please read up on that delivery drivers, whatever, they're posing to come in and they're bum rushing and they're stealing everything in your home. And I have heard that too. Yes, Alberta and Stella, most likely. Kate will be doing a drunk live very soon. Yes, thank you, Paddles, for informing us that. Yeah, and it's not the same driver, Donna. Like we always had before I put a box down there, we had something come up missing up here, and I can't accuse anybody, but there was only one explanation. And so my husband's just asking me if I'm busy, so he must need to speak to me about something, so which is very weird. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to end it here. Again, we don't know what's going on with this scheduling. With this summary judgment hearing. You know, I go back and forth of how it was initiated. It makes sense to me that Katie, if the judge initiate this because there's something else going on the outside, that Katie Joy feels that, you know, that it would be that mean that her depositions are complete. She feels that she has discovered something within those depositions that absolutely have caused that she will win this summary judgment. It'll be granted and the case will be over. And Mr. Blackwolf, thank you so much for giving us this insight. Now, you know, I'm going to be digging around or just waiting to hear because there's really not much that I can dig around for, is there? Yep. And then Lulu B, there's still that slip up about Katie with both of her pregnancies. Yep. So if I find anything else out about this, you know, this motion for summary judgment situation, I'll let you know. Keep in mind too, like we talked about in the beginning, Katie Joy did get a cease and desist from the photographer of Jana's wedding pictures. Katie Joy still has her engagement photos still up and they are watermarked. Katie Joy watermarked somebody else's engagement photos. What a ding dong. Thank you, Paddles. It's good to be back. Like I said, I've got to get back into the groove. And, you know, try to make sure. I mean, the lighting's never going to be good. So, you know, it's probably best for me just to keep my camera off. But You're welcome, Misty. There's not much to tell. I'm just, again, it's just all assumptions. But, I know this case, it's a very simple, basic situation. Now, the one in LA is way out of control. So with her slip up of both pregnancies, I don't know how I feel about that. My initial thought was, it was something that happened early on before she met Todd. But then, somebody put out a picture where it looks like while her son was young that she was possibly quite pregnant and maybe gave that child up for adoption. Yep. She just keeps getting lawsuits, y'all. So anything I find out about anything legal regarding her, I don't really touch on the Gypsy Rose stuff unless it's just everything that she says is just contradictory, all that kind of crap. But so 4:00, Charlotte will be on Rumble. It looks like she will be talking about Lisa Richard. I'm sure she'll have some things to say about Katie Joy as well. And for Black Wolf, I appreciate you coming in here and keeping us informed. And I'm going to go back to Twitter and try to read it some more. I just went over there quick and just grabbed the screenshot real quick to see what I was able to find out. And for anybody else, and I'm going to go look on Pacer just to see, you never know, because Pacer puts, it's federal situations. So what did Nikki cover? I want to see, because I might need to go. I think I've watched all of Nikki. I think I'm caught up to date on all of Nikki's stuff. Wait, what am I missing? I don't know. Oh, if you're talking about the pregnancy situation, yeah, I know Nikki talked about it. Charlotte talked about it. Yeah. Hey, Organized Confusion. You're back and I'm leaving. So like I said, I'm going to end it here. Looks like my husband might have a question for me. But not only that, 30 minutes, we'll see you over at Charlotte's. I'm going to go look into see what more Black Wolf has put up. If I have to come back up here for a live later, I will do it. And thank you, Mama T, for putting, y'all can hear me, right? Thank you, Mama T, for putting Nikki's channel link up. Fancy was my name. See you on the next one. You guys have a wonderful day. You guys take care.